Okay, so Beetlejuice. It was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. There is a bit in this movie where the character randomly starts talking Spanish. It was like the most unexpected but fun things the whole year. Like Beetlejuice randomly talking Spanish is was just the best creative decision, one of the best creative decisions in recent cinema because we are all just so fucking tired of predictable bullshit. You know, like summon up a character to just get bullied and just abused and just to look funny, that wouldn't have flown. That wouldn't have been permitted like 5 years ago during the SJW era. You can't just fuck over a character without the character being a white man. Like, and the woman who was like stalked by a far older weirdo, like just teaming up with him to save her daughter, like that would that would be fucking summon like some major fucking red flags just a couple of years ago. I think the Monica Bellucci seemed like a legitimate threat. There probably should have been a whole lot more of her, but she just she just had just enough of a presence in the story for her to matter. Like I would have liked to see her on a whole killing spree sequence to like maybe fetch Harry Osborn's dad and like have her do a show off with him. Like so many things. I think this is from the first movie actually. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, the mom. The grandma was like a highlight of the story. I'm very confused about why they didn't just digitally de-age the old ghost couple as a goodbye, as a quick goodbye, or at least maybe summon them as little puppets. Yeah, but yeah, 20 years, they moved on. One of the things I realized from watching this after the fact is Jenna Ortega's dad. I don't have a picture of him right here, sorry. Yeah, Jenna Ortega's dad in this movie, like he's a civil servant, and in the first movie there's a line about you know what they say about civil servants, and you know what they say about suicide in the afterlife. They're civil servants. So if that's the case, then Lydia Dietz drove her husband into suicide, and that would explain the why he couldn't be seen by them. Because there is like a plot hole about the dad not being visible to the psychic mom and the psychic daughter up until they go into the afterlife. Like I suppose maybe he was using some sort of device, remote viewing device to like watch them. Like maybe he like just clicked the channel on his TV and he could see them. But it's like super ridiculous that that a guy of all people working as a civil servant in the afterlife couldn't like see them. Yeah, so there's a bit at the end that it was weird surprise, and I just could feel it coming. I could feel a certain something coming at right at the end, like as they were setting it up, and it was just funny. Like people will be making dolls of a certain something and carrying them around several Halloweens on for several years because of that sequence. That sequence was so fun. Yeah, so all thumbs up for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. It was a decent movie. I was surprised that the kid from the house didn't have any digital media or that his TV was very 90s. I think the kid was supposed to have died. There's this minor bad guy who tricks Jenna Ortega into going into the afterlife. And it's super obvious because you never see his parents' faces. Yeah, that guy, like, had a collection of 90s music stuff, and it's super weird that then he didn't have any digital stuff on hand. It was also super weird that nobody bought his house to like turn it into a ghost house, especially given Lydia Dietz's house up the hill. So, and the plot points of the first movie. So that was little bit unrealistic. But other than that, it was a pretty good TV show, like movie, sorry. And I would like to see more of it. I also think it would be funny if like they summoned in starting the third movie, they summoned the original ghost couple in a seance, and Lydia Dietz's kid like had some conversations with those people, and they this no. What I think would be really funny is if a cousin of the original ghost couple shows up, and it's Enid from Wednesday, and she's like, so accidentally summoned my grandpa's cousins, and I accidentally trapped them in a box with a demon, and the demon wants out. Like, if there was like a super secret backstory where Beetlejuice trapped the original ghost couple, he got his revenge, but also now Ina's in the story and she's like seducing Jenna Ortega. That's what I mean. I think there's like a million ways to go with the story, but I definitely think that Lydia from the first movie, the mom from this movie, should like do a 180 from what she's been doing in this movie back to her original self from the first movie. And by doing that, it's gonna be like two spoiled rich kids doing whatever, and then something comes up, and then there's like a little bit of conflict, but then stuff, and they have to deal with Beetlejuice attacking a major city. I definitely think that Beetlejuice should attack a major city, and they should like do a like a seance, let's go to war with Beetlejuice type thing. Okay.